Right, boys, this video is gonna be juicy. We have a very juicy video today. Today I'll show you a live recording of me making over $6,000. So far in January, I've taken only 2 trades. The first week, I was on vacation, didn't trade. The first 2 actual trades, I'm already up 21K. So in this video, I'll show you this trade over here where I made over 6K. Before we get to the recording, I want to quickly talk about some of the mistakes that you're probably making right now. And if you stop doing them, you're also going to start growing your account. And these are the most common mistakes I see. The first thing is you're still trying to predict which stocks are going to go up. And I used to do this. I would look at a stock, be like, okay, do I think this is going to double? I think so. And then that would be the reason that I would buy. That's a massive problem. Because what you're doing is you're trying to act like a fortune teller. So if you see a stock like this and you're like, okay, is this going to double? I don't know. Maybe. I really don't know. But you buy based on that. That doesn't make any sense. It could continue going sideways. It could go down and maybe it could go up. You don't know where it's going to go. At that point, it's straight up gambling. What you need to do instead is you need to wait. Wait a little bit until you find something which is already going up. And when you see that there's a trend, you just wait for a little pullback and the next trend up. That's how you actually make money. And I used to make the same mistake. I would literally try and predict which stocks would go up. Now I've given up on that. I'm like, why am I trying to predict what's going up if I can just find stuff that's already going up? The second mistake that you're probably making is you're making your losses massive. You cannot do this. Your average loss should be tiny. I'm talking like 3% of your capital, 4%, 5%, something tiny. It should never be like a 20% loss, because what happens is your account is never going to grow. If you make a small win and you make another small win, but then you make a massive loss, you just undone the past 2 wins. So you spend the next like 2 weeks slowly recovering, and when you finally recover, you make another massive loss. So then you just lose all the progress and then you just restart. Your account never grows. The key to growing your account is to have tiny losses, because then no matter what you do, your losses are so tiny that your account inevitably has to grow. That's the key to growing your account, is just reducing your losses as much as possible. The last thing over here is AP. AP stands for analysis paralysis. This is where you see a stock, right? And you're just like, should I buy? Should I sell? I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen. And then meanwhile, the stock just goes up and up and up and up and up and up. And when you see it go up, you're like, damn it, I missed out. Then you end up entering all the way at the top right over here. And you end up entering at the tippity top, and then it goes down. And you're like, fuck. Don't get into analysis paralysis. You only get into analysis paralysis when you have a terrible strategy. Maybe it's too complex. Maybe you don't understand it. You need a strategy which makes sense. It's simple. So when you see the setup, you're not like, do I buy? Do I sell? It's very clear. You're like, okay, there's a setup. Let's buy. Okay, I'm up, and sell. Boom, we make money. So these are the 3 mistakes that I see people making all the fucking time. Now, before we get to the recording of the trade, quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle. This includes a free course. There's 3 ebooks inside. There's a trade tracker Notion template, so you can like input all your trades, the time you took them, the price, the exit, your profit loss, everything. It's very handy, and there's much more inside as well. So if you do want to get it, click the first link in the description. Again, it's completely for free. So now we've talked about what not to do, but now let's finally start talking about what to actually do. The one pattern you want to focus on is the bull flag, which is this thing on the right over here. Remember I said that we want to stop predicting what's going to go up? We instead want to wait for what's going up. Remember when I said that? So we want to wait for something to go up. But when do we buy? Well, we don't want to buy whenever we feel like it, because then we're going to lose money. What we need to do is we need to wait for a pullback. And that's exactly what this pattern does. You see how it goes up, it goes down, and then it goes back up. It's like a zigzag pattern. That's exactly what it is. We're going to wait for the stock to eventually go down. And then on this candle over here, this green candle over here, you can see when it breaks the high of the previous candle, which is over here, as soon as it breaks it, that's going to be our ideal entry point. So on this example, if the stock is slowly going up over here, it might break the high of this candle. So our entry will be right over there. Then it squeezes up and up and up, and then that's when we're going to sell like that. That's it. The main thing is don't predict. Do not try to predict. If you just see a stock going sideways, being like, yeah, I think it's going to go up, it's never going to work. Most of you guys just randomly enter, randomly sell. Like, you need momentum. Everybody says this, but trend really is your friend. Do not be shorting stocks when they're going up. Don't be buying stocks when they're going down. Why would you want to buy a stock if it's just going sideways and kind of going... It doesn't make any sense. If a stock's already going up and it pulls back for a tiny little bit, that's good. Because we're buying with the trend. And then it goes up and up and up and up and up. And fun fact, this pattern over here, the bull flag, is all that I trade. The 21K that I made this month, it was just because of the bull flag. I don't trade any other pattern, any other strategy, whatever, which is why I'm trying to tell you guys, forget everything else. This is the way, this is the path. In 2026, start using this bull flag. But anyway, enough talk, let's get to the live recording. So now we're on the live trading archives. And you can see that I found a stock that's already going up, right? XAIR is the one. We can see that it's already going up. It's making a nice trend upwards, right? And then what do we see right over here? Any guesses? We see a bull flag forming. This is literally exactly what I want. So let me play the video and you can see my exact entry point. Stock goes up and down for a little bit. This is why it's so good to see these recordings, because you can actually see what happened in real time. So you can see it's taking its time, and then eventually it starts going up a little bit. That's when I enter. So now I enter in anticipation. I don't want to wait until it goes all the way up over here trying to enter. I enter a bit lower. So that's exactly my entry point, right there, right? And then if I play this recording a bit forward, you can see what happens. And again, look, I'm not predicting. I'm just waiting for the right setup, for the right time, then enter. Look at this. The stock went down, up, blah, blah, blah. Finally started making a trend. And when it did, that's when I was like, yep, this is where I want to enter. I keep playing this. I keep skipping through. And you can say slowly it starts to go up, go down a little bit. Again, when it goes down temporarily like this, I don't really care. Most people will just sell and be like, oh no, I'm going to lose money. Do not have the fear of losing money. You're not going to make any progress. So I keep holding, keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. See, slowly starts to go up. I have my profit target in mind, and I'm not going to sell until I get close to that profit target. If I keep going forward, you can see it squeezes up, right? Hold this level kind of well. Next candle, squeezes up again. But now we can see that there's a little bit of resistance forming. So I'm not super confident in holding the stock anymore. I'm going to hold it, but I'm not super confident. Then we see a little dump over here. I'm like, okay, this is really not that good. But it's on lighter volume, so I don't really mind. Dips start getting bought back up. And we see the candle closes decently well. Not amazing, but not terrible. And then this candle squeezes up, and we're about to retest high of day over here. And you can see it just fails. It fails to break high of day. It doesn't get above it. It's staying below it with very low volume. So this is telling me, again, I'm seeing multiple different things. Top and tail, low volume. In my brain, I'm like, yeah, this is not going to work out. And so as it starts dumping back down, that's when I sell. That was the live recording. That's how I made $6,000 on this trade. So if you've seen the strategy and you're thinking, Draco, like this is way too much to manage, I'm confused, how do I learn this? Then I invite you guys to join the community, the Draco Room. In this community, I literally teach you guys the strategy that I just showed you, and I trade the strategy every single day with all these people. Look at the wins that these people are making. It's amazing. When you join the community, you also get access to all of my live recordings. So just like the recording I showed you for this one, XAIR, you can see it for every single other stock that I've traded. And I can just keep scrolling down and down and down. Like there's so many. You also get my live movers, so you can literally see the exact same stocks that I'm going to be trading. I literally tell you every single day. So to join the community, email me at thedracoroom@gmail.com to join, because every 10 members we're increasing the price, because I don't really want too many people to be inside. So if you don't want to miss out on a cheap price, lock in your price right now, and I'll see you guys in there. Peace.